Hey everyone. We did some things last session. We did some great
Time
things.
for me
Let me
to
see.
stand up and go turn off my AC.
Yeah. So last session, if Jade can remember correctly,
Don't worry, we're
grab
coming
his
to the beginning
booklet.
of that clip anyway.
Oh great, his book's gone because he recently got back. So he's gonna do this just off the top of the dome. Let's go. His book. There's no notes. Ah, great. Sweet. Okay.
What do you mean you don't remember what happened last
We were on a
session?
boat. We were on a boat. Because while we were on this boat, I had a vision, but that happened last. What happened first, though? So, hey guys, welcome back to the Inexorables. So basically, what happened last session, where we kind of split the party the session before that. We got two of us out, like, avenging someone's, not wife, and we have the rest of us.
Thomas,
Just
let him cook before you jerk off to it. The bread isn't even out of the oven and you're already trying to glaze it, bro. Stop.
Hey, Thomas, just wait. I'm almost there. You can finish later. Listen. Listen, so there's two of us avenging this platonic best friend, okay, who got captured, and they're like a whole moral dilemma, like, hey, should we actually save this person or will it cause more trouble? And Leopold's like, no, we're gonna save her. What are you talking about? Let's go. And he's with Thomas. Thomas's character not being named Thomas, but being named Rikus. But you all know that. If you come back, welcome back. And we go back to us, the normal people, all on the boat. We're having visions. We're writing books, and yeah, the demon living inside, the devil living inside of Sakir is now giving him like crazy visions in the daytime too, because they were examining the knife and something went terribly wrong, and he can't find his magic solution to make things better. Right, because I can't remember who you specifically talked to last session. Let's get that in because I feel like that's important, and then that's the wrap.
There are two wolves inside of Secure.
You forgot Bruce.
You did forget about Bruce.
You did forget about Bruce.
Forgot about Bruce.
I
I
feel
now
bad.
remember
Bruce.
Bruce, and I wish I didn't.
I feel bad for Jack.
Oh,
who has
Bruce
to
is
listen to
cool.
this in, like,
Bruce is a
months.
conspiracy theorist. That's who they talk to.
No.
That's why I knew it.
Oh,
Bruce.
the
With
guy.
all the stones.
Do you want the notes on that? Yeah.
Oh, let's just stay in white. Damn
The
it.
conspiracy
I
theorist
pulled it up
guy's
on the
name was
recording.
Reggie.
I pulled it up on the recording, the picture of Bruce.
Bruce is the dog.
Dog?
No.
Sure, dog. Let's go with that.
Air quotes?
You
Wait.
forgot the N in there.
The astral phallus?
Oh no, not the dog. Sorry. No. Yeah.
Oh.
I was
You
thinking of something else.
Ma, there's a weird dog
Oh,
outside.
so Bruce is not the name of the conspiracy theorist. Bruce is the name
no.
of the phallus son.
Reginald
That's Reginald.
R. Rotham.
Hey guys, welcome back. So basically, last time on the next one.
Oh.
All right,
That's probably the worst one we've had.
the
3.5
end.
minutes, dear lord. I'm not even gonna try and like organize that spark notes, dude. We're just gonna get right into it.
You know, that's quite generous calling it Spark Notes.
Timu spark notes. How
More
about
like art notes.
I'll take it.
that unironically was like one of Logan's AI attempts at getting notes for the last session. In person. Unironically, that's about as good as the AI does.
Except I do it the same way, but out of order.
No, it is completely out of order too.
Look, artificial intelligence will never match human stupidity. That's all I'm saying.
Factual.
Thank you,
Much
Aiden.
better
Thank
when
you.
they're human generated.
We are going to begin with our three musketeers as you guys all awake or as you guys are already awake. As Sakir noted, nighttime at this point. Middle of a long rest, awakening to a horrifying vision upon which more childhood rhymes are spoken with devilish and fiendish intent, where Sakir awakes and is able to see Elaras, the blood brother moon in the sky, aka the red of the two moons, whereas Elenus is pale. Elras originally does not cast a shadow for Secure to see, but before he went back underneath the deck and checked one last time, it seemed this vision, hallucination, sight that the others don't have, that Elras became more physical in manifesting for him, as it now cast a shadow. So we begin with you guys, right as you see this Secure and you see the shadow beneath your hand.
I want to go inside. Let's. We're going inside.
Alright.
I'm on Lennon's shoulder. Like,
Alright, come on. Maybe we can... How close is it to dawn, DM?
It's probably sitting around 2 to 3 a.m. at this point. So we're looking, considering the time of year, probably around 3 hours, 3.5 hours to dawn.
Okay.
To the beginnings of dawn, to where the sun begins to rise.
Radio then. Well, let's wait for... Secure, how... Do you think you can get some rest until dawn, or do you think we should go talk to Wayne now?
So Wayne's gotten his sleep, I would assume, right?
That's what I don't know. I'm not an elf.
Wayne generally goes
4
to
hours,
sleep early and ends up taking a longer rest than he actually needs. But,
Okay, then
yeah.
I think it's fine to get him up at this point.
You
Alright then.
can be up whenever you want.
Other things will be awoken
Alright.
first, but you know, that is what it is.
Alright then. Let's visit Wayne just in case this is an urgent thing.
As you guys enter Wayne's room, you see he's still in bed with covers pulled over him, and you see a long piece poking into the blankets beneath him. As you push to wake him up, Bruce crawls out from underneath the blankets and kind of begins cuddling up against Secure's leg. As Wayne, you begin to wake up.
You see him like he's like shaking his leg off. He obviously needs to talk to you. Secure needs to talk to you, but he's like,
Hold
What are
on.
you guys doing in my room? What time is it?
3 hours till dawn.
Lennon will pick up Wayne and... Or, not Wayne. We'll pick up Bruce and, like, put him back on Wayne's bed. Or
You don't have to all right.
I've touched Bruce.
Listen, I had another vision, and yes, dream. It's become a vision. I'm seeing things while awake. Is there anything you can do? Any protection?
Pretty sure that's going to be a no for me, dog.
All right.
Still working on it. We'll get that taken care of.
Let's see. I don't really have too much on me either. At the moment. Any
Will there be a place that we can go
particular-
to when? Will there be a place we can go to when we get to port?
A church? And by that I mean an established one instead of the one.
Have you been in the area?
Team? No.
Can't say that I spent much time there aside from our venture there.
All right.
I'm sure we can find something.
Other than that,
It's a
I mean,
relatively good-sized town.
Okay.
you have any immediate magical artifacts on you that may aid in searching one's mind?
Me?
You're the one with all the
Alright.
blood stuff. And if anything, we thought you would know of any immediate solutions.
I need salt. It smells salty in here. Is there salt in here, Wayne?
Bruce just starts leaking.
Actually, about that, you're not going to believe this. Bruce is a fucking salt dispenser. Check this out.
Don't you dare.
And he's going to pick up Bruce and start trying to like shake him out on Secure.
No, what? No, absolutely not. Nothing that comes out of that creature is anything holy.
What do you mean?
Bruce does not start spilling salt everywhere, but does begin to foam at the mouth.
No!
from being shaken so hard.
I don't think that's healthy.
Ah, dang. Maybe he needs to recharge a little bit.
I don't know if we can. I guess we can ask the crew if we can purchase a large portion of their salt for the day. But other than that,
Well, we're
Well,
surrounded by salt water. Why would you
Yes,
just
but
take salt out of that?
yeah, but that takes time. Oh, we could.
I don't know
Can you
how
make
to
your
use.
potions with salt water?
Do either of you have the means?
Unfortunately, I'm more of a
Can-
physical ailment
Can
healer.
I prestidigitate
Purify?
the moisture out of the salt water, leaving only the salty minerals left?
No.
I
Can
wish
you
to clean
purify the salt out of the water?
moisture.
The
Purify food and drink?
that would get rid of the salt, wouldn't it?
Well, unless the salt is the thing you want to eat, then you're purifying it by getting rid of the water.
I don't know if that's how that works.
No, probably not.
The most I can do is gust, which would dry stuff faster.
Yeah. Well, might as well boil it.
Yeah. I've got like green flame blade in terms of fire. That's all I got.
So, are you guys looking to possibly find salt among the storage in the ship, or
Mhm.
are we just salt water from the sea trying to dilute it?
I think we should get it from the ship.
All right.
Now, there's a skeleton crew awake at this point. It's not a very large vessel, so there's only 3 people required to stay awake to man this ship. Are you going to them, or are you just going to try and sneak about the ship to try and find this? It would not
I'll
be
ask.
very
Do we get-
difficult.
Right, do we get the feeling that these people would, like, stop us? And it would be better to ask permission later?
Realistically, you could probably sneak into one of the main areas below deck and grab a couple handfuls of salt really easily with no problems.
I personally don't see a problem with just asking if we could have a couple handfuls of salt.
I think we should ask too. It is very important that we get it, though. So, I don't know
Alright.
what. I have enough gold. We could bribe somebody if it comes to it, but we should.
As you have gold after trying to pay Kelk, but I don't think it's a. It's not a big ask to ask. It's not a big favor to ask for salt. Oh well, I'll just. Lynn will like find one and like find one of the crew and ask, "Hey, can we
Yeah.
have some salt?"
You kind of see one of these exhausted seamen kind of look over to you and say, "What? Salt?
Yeah, we need one of-
It's salt."
I know, right? One of our guys was worried about it. He like ran out of salt for like.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do. And he goes below deck.
He's been kind of twigging out. We'll
Okay.
keep an eye out. But thanks.
roll a perception check for me, Lennon. I don't think Sakir would be paying attention to something like this, and I don't think Wayne would look up from jerking Bruce off long enough.
Oh dear.
No, Bruce is getting a recharge.
Oh.
Boy, I don't think Lyndon has
I don't
ever
think Lynnon's
made a
really looking
successful
around either.
perception.
Bruce is getting a recharge.
But it's Lyndon will be like, "Thank you, sir. I'll leave you back to it. If you
Yeah, okay.
need any healing or something, come to us. Don't people get hurt on ships?" He'll like mumble to himself back into like the mess or wherever Sakir went.
So
I just-
you go down and Sakir, I assume you begin to cook.
I get cooking. Yep.
Right. It will take you well towards dawn to really prepare a full meal.
Mhm.
So.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Lyndon's like, "What if? Let's see. What if we use? Would the knife help in any way? Is this connected to your blood stuff?"
But we're keeping that in the bag of holding for now. I'm not removing it.
I mean, you've said that the knife talks to you, right?
He's cooking. It's not in any language. It's not verbal. I don't know if it's actually could be considered conscious like you or I. It is barely sentient. It's a creature. It knows. It has desires. That is all.
Hmm. I mean, if it has desires, then you were conversing with it, though, so that means
Mhm.
we could try to.
Well, what'd you like to know about it? I've already asked it quite a few things.
Oh no, I'm just wondering what happens if it tries to consume some of your blood. If that would interact with the demon thing in some way.
It probably wouldn't mind mine, but it prefers the blood of vampires, of fiends, of undead.
What a difficult set of blood to get. That means you'd have to go out of your way to. What a needy knife.
Agreed. A little too picky.
Well, unfortunately, I don't really. I haven't studied too much up on psychology. I'm more of a medicine sort of doctor. I might be able to concoct something for insomnia, though. Although, concoct is a loose term. I don't know what I can do with all this poison on me.
And with that, we're going to ping over to Rikus and Leopold. We're going to go a little bit forward in time, as I believe I said that you guys would be able to, on horseback, while booking it, make it to Revedan by mid-morning the next day. Or early afternoon, I can't remember exactly. But either way, we're going to say sometime around noon on this next day, you guys are able to find your way trotting into Revedan. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I imagine the first order of business is to see if we can go find Professor Aaron, considering he should still be at the college. That's the word for it. Or I guess it was Academy of the Dusk, technically speaking. Unless you have anywhere you want to stop off, Rakus.
I do have a couple of things that I wish to get taken care of. But first, is there anything that you think you'll need from your manor?
Well, I had most of everything moved out, but there is one thing. Running back there definitely wouldn't be the worst idea. Thank you for reminding me, Rakus. And with that, Leo will go ahead and start running towards his manor, saying, agree to... Well, I was about to say that we should agree to meet up at the academy, but splitting up... would be a bit of a time, but... You have at least a little window of breathing room now. I
I
don't want
will
either of us
come
to
with
be
you.
caught unawares.
All right. So you guys are heading to the Academy of Dusk, yes?
First, Lilnathon Estate.
First in line state. All right. You guys are able to weave your way through the early afternoon traffic fairly easily and make your way to the manor. As you crack open the door, for the first time, maybe ever, Leopold, you see dust on the mantle.
You can see Leo just pause and look at that wordlessly, right? Just staring at just the simple thing that the dust is for just far too long than it really deserves before just taking a deep breath and moving on down towards the laboratory, the basement.
All right.
Um,
What are you here to retrieve, good sir?
I'm going to retrieve a prototype turret that I'd stopped development on it quite a long time ago, but seeing as I can no longer use my main shoot turret that I sacrificed to get Rikus back, and I might need a little more firepower if it is just going to be the two of us. And recovery shielding turret isn't going to do the best. Rikus, as you watch Leo bring this turret out, you can tell that this is far from a finished design. It just looks even rough around the edges, would be calling it a bit generous. It's more kind of thrown together in a way that is like easy to disassemble, get maintenance on, just because this seems like something that is very work in progress, like I was saying. But the turret itself has the same four-legged base that the turret Leo has been running with has been going. But he also, instead of just a big, vaguely magical box that's basically on the shield turret that he has, this has a more traditional cannon, but it also has a fuel canister, as this is a flamethrower turret. Everything else that was really usable would have been taken along with Theobald's things as they were going up to Hafton. This is just about the only thing that I left here because I didn't think it was worth bringing. I'll need a little bit of a tune-up, but she'll do fine. What were you going to go get, Rikus?
Leopold, I know I haven't quite spoken to you much since we've started traveling, and this might... How do I put this? You might find this a little odd of a request. Can you take us to Yvonne's room?
Will this help us find Yvonne? Or, I guess no, this is fine. Will this help us rescue Yvonne?
I hope so. But it's, like I said, given the circumstances and more of an invasion of her privacy,
I don't necessarily like it either, but it's more than well warranted the circumstance. Come on. And I will lead Rikus upstairs to Yvonne's room, and I think this would probably be the first time Leo, maybe not necessarily the first time, but Leo does not go in Yvonne's room. He has no reason to, and if the two of them ever wanted to do anything, they're most likely just be hanging out in the, living room downstairs. And I didn't mean that by doing anything. I saw that eyebrow raise, Zach.
Hey, living room,
so-
kinky, eh?
Well, do you think you should describe what Yvonne's room looks like, or should I, considering she's kind of, my background NPC?
If you want to do it, you're more than welcome to. I think both of us have a pretty good idea on what it would look like.
Her room is an absolute mess.
I mean, considering Yvonne, would have been packing up for this, it still probably would be clean, and I imagine perhaps still on the barer side of personal effects. But she was, still considering, living here, full time, and not joining us at the whatever fort we're going to. So I imagine there are still plenty of personal effects here. Although, contrary to what Rika said, this place is definitely clean. Although, perhaps does still have that little thin layer of dust just to prove that nobody's been here in a while. Much in the same vein as Leo, basically everything in the room is, simple, but, made with high quality. I'm trying to think of any, personal effects that might be in the room. I imagine she might have, a drawn portrait of her and her father, maybe when, more of one when she was a child. Probably don't have one more recent than that. It really have probably been a time for it to get made. As for more, I guess personal effects, things that are really hers. There is actually a surprisingly large collection of ships and bottles, and basically, if there is a free space on a cabinet, I imagine there's probably one there, and also maybe a shelf with one on it as well. I guess what kind of item would you be looking for? I guess just in general.
Leopold, I am going to be real with you. What I may have planned to do is going to be extremely dangerous. However, if it works, it will give you the peace of mind that you need. This request is going to sound very weird. Do you know of any items in this room that she would hold closest to her? 1. 2. Help me search the bed for a strand of her hair.
At this point,
and if you look into Rikus' eyes, who's more or less been stone-faced, kind of just that stoic military switches on kind of face, where being unfazed by most everything over this little journey that we've had together, you see some panic in his eyes, and you could tell that just how worried he really is right now.
Rikus, what is this ritual? What are you going to do?
I never mentioned anything of a ritual.
Well, I figured it would be something along those lines if you needed personal effects, but still, what are you going to do?
I'm going to sniff her lock of hair.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Smell it. Smell it. I have an audience with the High Priestess of the Raven Queen. We will be stopping by there before making our way to the academy.
And what do you plan on doing with the personal effects on a lock of hair?
And what does the Raven Queen know about souls? We're about to barter for information, my friend.
Very well then. Let's start by seeing if we can get that lock of hair.
I'm not gonna have you guys roll a check. You are able to find one. Multiple, in fact. It seems that likelihood is she was unable to fully clean her room in the hurry of leaving for the trip to Halfton.
Now, as far as a personal effect that she would hold dear,
You're able to find inside or on top of one of the shelves with many of these ships in a bottle. You find a particular hairpin that you remember purchasing her probably 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, sometime around then. You remember it was a time where Yvonne was particularly wearing her hair extra long and didn't particularly have the pin required to put it all back together in a tighter bun. So you purchased a larger pin, but it's almost ornate in fashion. Not but 2 weeks later, she cut her hair back shorter, and by shorter, still like past shoulder length. But you remember that she always seemed to take good care of it and make sure she knew exactly where this was. I mean, you spent 30 gold pieces on it, so you'd hope so.
DM, I sent you a small message just to remind you. Am I able to see that? Among like her jewelry or in anything else?
No, you are not. It seems that she took it with her.
Okay. I think we've gathered everything we need.
let's go.
Not a moment to spare.
And off to the Raven Queen's temple we go.
So, you guys begin making your way to the temple of the Matron of Ravens. Able to find your way there very quickly, into the Silver Grove. You guys enter in, and I'm gonna pull something up real quick before I go too crazy on this. Thomas, as you kind of enter in, you see a familiar face, that of Brother Valius, the same man who received your letter the first time you came through. As you kind of enter in, and he and the behemoth of a guardian of the temple kind of step up to you. Brother Valius kind of nods his head to you and says, Anadeus.
Brother Valius, has the High Priestess Savor returned?
She has. She is currently in meeting, but I may take you down there. Note, I don't believe she was incredibly happy to receive this note.
No one ever is.
He kind of looks back at the large man behind him, and then looks back towards you, and says, I'm not certain you will receive what you wish here, Brother Anadeus. But you may receive something better instead. Let us hope, at least. And he kind of beckons you to follow him as he begins leading you deeper into the temple. As you guys follow the winding paths, make your way down towards what you would assume to be her office or sanctum. You're not entirely certain what to call it. As you do, you guys are led to the outside of her room. And inside, you hear a pair of voices speaking with each other. The familiar voice, semi-familiar, not really actually familiar to you, of the High Priestess, but the smooth, deeper, very rich voice of her is very easy to pick out, as it's exactly what you would expect from a High Priestess of the Matron of Ravens. The other voice is higher. You would almost call it gaunt and boastful in a sense. It's very high and mighty. You're not entirely certain what they're saying, but as these voices go back and forth, you see Brother Valius step up to the door and make one single knock on the door, and the voices go quiet. Was that you holding your hand up?
Yeah. As he knocks, I'm going to just radio Leopold and say, whatever you do, don't intervene.
Leo just
And Rikus's real hand, you can see that he is just ever so slightly trembling as he goes to kind of brace it with his metallic arm, or prosthetic arm.
As the door opens from the inside, Brother Valius has taken a step to the side, and you see standing in the doorway a tall, thin, almost frail, not due to age, but due to build, elven woman. You would assume to be a high elf. She's standing very, very tall with pristine form as she kind of looks down upon you a little bit. She's wearing these gray, blue, almost like silver instead of gray robes that a train falls far behind her that is kind of floating just a quarter-inch off the ground. Leopold, as you look upon this woman, you're not necessarily familiar with her, but you would guess something having to do with Mistra, goddess of magic. As this woman kind of opens the door, she takes note of you, Rikus, and looks you up and down for a moment, almost curiously, as though she was expecting something else. And then kind of scoffs and makes a left and begins walking out of the chambers. She has no guard or attendee, just herself as she leaves the area. As you both kind of look deeper into the room now, you see the High Priestess of the Raven Queen. She kind of looks towards Brother Valius, and says, "You may leave us." And he kind of bows kind of gives a good luck-esque look to you, Rikus, as he kind of steps back and walks behind you guys to exit the chambers. As you are beckoned into the room, there is no seating. There is a large mat upon which it seems one would kneel instead. There is no desk and no bookshelves. This room seems empty. As you begin to take a knee around this mat, it seems that she is waiting there expectantly. What do you do?
Rikus goes and almost like muscle memory, goes to kneel upon the mat, puts his arms across, and gives a bow as he would to the mystics. And before raising his head, he says, "Priestess of the Raven Queen, I expect you received my note. I am Rikus Anadeus.
Yes, I received the note. It was curious. I must say I have small contacts with the brethren of mine in the Shadowfell. It was difficult to figure out even what you exactly were, or supposedly were. But it seems you've risen from the astral dead.
So you are aware of that. I would expect nothing less of a high priestess."
I'm not entirely aware, merely seen hints towards. To be entirely honest, I could care less of the politics of the Shadowfell. Our mistress's lands are her own to garnish. These are mine to oversee for her.
Without fail.
Without fail, in the
Yeah, you
middle of a Rikus RP scene.
Every time.
That's one. How
Every
many
time. Hi, James.
Hi, Jibba. Hi, Bubba. Bye, Bubba.
more? Place your bets now. How many more times?
At least one.
Take that over under all.
Anyways,
Anyways. So, child, what exactly are you here for? You left it vague.
it was not my intention to be rude with my right of authority to see you. However, this is an urgent matter. I had intended this to go a different way, but I kind of glance just ever so slightly towards Leopold. Some things have changed, and time is of the essence. And Rikus reaches into his the inside coat pocket and just kind of, I still haven't raised my head towards her, but I hold the note out, the page out towards her.
You see her kind of lean forward and with her fingers kind of take the paper from you and begin to unfold it. She looks at it for a moment before she looks up to you and says, "What folly do you bring to my sanctum? This is either fake or old. Regardless, this is not something I would try with a borderland bystander of the prime material."
It is a page recovered from the forbidden archives of the Sangazna tribe. By all accounts, it is blasphemous for you to even perform it, and I understand that.
So why do you bring it to me? You...
Because you're the only one who can perform it, ma'am.
She kind of sighs and opens.
I am willing to offer up. It's like I'm willing to offer up 1,000 gold as donation to your temple for your services in this matter. And I and my guests' lips here are forever sealed that this was performed by you in any way.
I am the High Priestess of the Matron of Ravens, Ricus Anadeus. I fear no retribution from man or from church. I only fear the retribution of Our Lady. That is all. I care not of my reputation. It is already scorned by the other gods and their priests. I care not for my image among the people. Very few step into our temples of these days, lest they wish for a free release of their poor life. Reputation I care not for, and 1,000 gold pieces is a piddling change in the cosmic balance that be this temple. We are fulfilled in gold. We do not need it. I can sense in you that you are willing to sacrifice much for this, Ricus, but will it be worth it? Forget not that I do know your connection with the particular cult that has been silenced here in Revedan. What will be brought to the Matron of Ravens by successfully performing this, which would weaken you for days, if not a week?
At this point, I think Leo, who has just been standing in the corner more as an observer, will finally speak up and say, fixing a mistake. Mistake that we both made. I don't know what, if anything, I can do to help, but I will give most anything if it tips the needle in your equation.
Unfortunately, this is my responsibility. And as far as what I will gain, is I will gain peace of mind. Sorry, did you hear that last bit?
Yes.
I will gain peace of mind. And peace in my soul.
She kind of takes a moment and says, "You will owe many favors to the church if you go through with this, Ricus. Not
I
to
am
the
well
church,
aware.
to her. And she will call on them whenever she needs. She has her champion. She has her warriors. but sometimes a more subtle hand is required. You may need to work back into that subtle hand, as you have in your past. Along with the notable and, as she kind of points the page towards you, described sacrifices, the long journey and such. I can sense that you have already passed and returned to us recently. Are you willing to sacrifice any opportunity in the future?
I've already died once. And many years ago, also faked my death. My family will know, as I'm sure you're aware, that that was in fact a lie. I believe that I will find refuge when that time finally comes. As long as I know what it is I need to know after this.
If that be so. Rikus, I'm going to have you make me a persuasion check.
I'm not good at those.
No, you're not. This is not a very high DC.
Reaches around the continent to slap guidance.
That is a hilarious thing to say.
I mean, I could theoretically give Rikus guidance on this roll. I mean, I don't quite know if
I mean, to give
the
guidance on a
high
persuasion check. The checks upcoming would be much more beneficial to add this to.
It also would be kind of weird to, you know, suddenly go 6 seconds before
Tap his
Rikus.
ass,
Yeah.
radiant light shines upon his butt cheek. Alright, Thomas.
Rikus will just, before I roll this, Rikus will just say one more thing. It is, the Reaper of Death has chased me all my life. All this will do is even the playing field.
Alright, go ahead and make that roll.
It's not bad.
No, not very bad at all. She kind of
Better than-
stares into your eyes for a time, almost to which you feel her boring her gaze into your very soul. She blinks and again sighs before you see her wave her hand out in front of her. And you see runes begin to appear upon this mat. This previously ornate purple turns into lines of arcane red as you see a hexagon appear around you and branch out into other runes and descriptions, phrases and incantations signs in all languages are surround you at this point. You see her let the page go and it begins to float in the air. As she does, she beckons you to open your fleshy arm out towards her.
Ba-bum.
As you do, you feel a slight twinge of pain as your wrist is opened and blood begins to flow. Leopold, blood begins to flow to the point where you're starting to get worried for him, as though he may faint or pass out, as it appears multiple rituals are about to be performed over Rikus, and it will require an immense amount of his soul, spirit, and physical lifeblood. Eventually, it stops being drained, and it is closed. It kind of floats up beside her in 3 pools, and one of them sets down upon a few lines of the incantation. She begins to whisper in a language neither of you know. Her eyes roll back into her head, and she begins the first ritual. Thomas is typing towards me right now. We'll get to that, Thomas. We will get to that because remember we're a little ahead of them right now.
Yeah.
As this ritual begins, Thomas, as you've listed, we've got some intelligence saving throws to make. I will note. You're going to be able to have guidance from Leopold on this, and you're going to be able to have a extra D8 for each roll, due to the High Priestess Alarius Savor being the one perpetuating this ritual.
Oh boy. All right. So, saving throws. Intelligence saving throw. So I added D4 and a D8.
A D4 and a D8.
Is that how I do it?
That is a very good roll.
Oh my god!
gosh.
Kind of wishing that was the last roll now,
Kinda
knowing.
wishing that was the third roll. So, with
Guys, I might die.
with that,
That's not the first time.
Thomas, do you want this information now, or do you want it all at the end?
I figured we could do it where it's like each roll, like each of the 3 rolls, we could just kind of scratch off each of the requests.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it all at once.
No. This is fine. It just might take a little bit longer. We'll try and get through this pretty quick. We got some other stuff we want to see this session. As your eyes closed, your body limp, your arms are weak. You close your eyes, and as the final incantation of the first paragraph of that page is spoken, you get a flash of what should be memories, but seem now blank. You sense peace for a moment. You see the sarcastic, ironic smile that your wife once bore to you many times. As you do, you sense hardship. But no more than you would expect from one living in the Shadowfell. You feel pain and often sorrow. But there is joy in it still, because of another smiling face. This one younger, but you see it almost curl into that of what would be, you know, the effective teenage for a Shadowkai. But surprisingly joyful, happy. You know what you were like at that age, but it seems your daughter has turned another leaf. Almost as though in a normal world, the strange kid goes goth. In the Shadowfell, the weird kid is almost bubbly, giddy, excited. This bright silvery blonde-haired woman, young woman, is also often sad, as her mother is, but it seems a good life, at least as good as a place as the Shadowfell can hold. As a kind of tear of joy kind of comes down your cheek, as it's definitely not what you expected. You are struck with grief as you sense that Celeste has moved on from the mortal coils. It does not last long for you. You were never incredibly close. But your grief comes from what you know your brother will feel when he hears this news. With only a few moments of brevity in between the ending of your first ritual, you are immediately pulled into the cycle of your second. As the incantations begin again, the blood begins to flow down through this mat beneath you. You're going to take that second intelligence saving throw. As you pull the hairpin and lock of hair and place them down on two small circles in front of you.
Oh my god.
This is nerve-wracking for this last roll.
Oh fuck.
As you place this hairpin and lock of hair down, they are immediately absorbed into this spell. As they are, you hear a faint heartbeat. It is very faint. It is weak. It's beating just a hair bit faster than you would say a resting heart rate is, but it is weak. Almost as if it is trying to keep up with a wounded body. With how you know blood and how it interacts with one, you would guess that Yvonne is very low, dangerously low on blood currently. Whether it was drained or a wound that just didn't close up fast enough, that didn't scab over quickly, Yvonne is in extreme pain, but likely not conscious for it. You feel this pole that was, dragging you along this path. Not just the investigative prowess of you and your comrade, not just the forbearance of Leopold guiding you and him towards team. You feel almost as though a divine sense is pushing you towards the city. You are uncertain. You are completely unable to tell a timetable. This could be pushing you that it is already there, that your quarry has already made it to the city, or that it's heading there, but it may take years for it to arrive. You are uncertain. But what you are fairly confident of is that team will be a place that Yvonne is able to be found sometime in the future. Near or far, you cannot tell. She is alive. She is weak. And she feels helpless. You have to hold back vomit as you are feeling the need to empty the contents of your stomach. This sickness begins to wash over you as these incredibly intense rituals, boring and tearing into your soul, are being followed through. As your third request begins to be processed, I will first have you roll me a luck check.
Just a flat luck check, huh?
Flat luck check, baby.
Oh, baby, it's a 10.
It's a 9! Okay,
+1.
+1. So, Thomas, I will now have you roll with the same amount of extra dice the final intelligence saving throw.
Oh, boy. Oh, no! It's okay, boys. Really bad shit's about to happen, but it's okay. I can try again. Oh, no.
So, Thomas, you're going to immediately take half your hit points in psychic damage.
Oh, fuck. Pull out the calculator.
As calculated for half your hit points, you don't even have that many.
Stop. It's been a long day.
What?
As
I gotta add another skill. Hold on.
as you begin to lose focus and begin to lose consciousness, Leopold, you see Rikus kind of fainting beside you.
38.
Do you have a spell or a feature that you can do to attempt to bolster his resolve or add anything to him?
I'm gonna very quickly read this because I want to make sure.
So, Dean, that puts me at an
we're
8,
about
right?
to Just.
That puts you at what?
Puts me at an 8 out of 10. Because I lost one in the second ritual.
Yes, you do.
Oh, fuck.
I have Flash of Genius, meaning I could give Rikus a +5. It says whenever they make an ability check or saving throw, but it doesn't specify whether it needs to be used like before or after the dice has been rolled.
Okay. So here's what I'll do. As you're seeing this, I will allow you to use your Flash of Genius. And Thomas, because of Savor enacting this and another benefit being added, you are going to get to roll an extra d4. So, 18 plus 5 equals 23. Which means you need a 2 on this d4.
Would this be considered the second, no, it'd be a new roll.
This is
This is
first-
just
This is still the first attempt.
this is just on the
This
first
is
attempt. Oh,
as
fuck.
you are failing, people dumping shit in to attempt to cause it to succeed.
No! Fuck! I'm gonna die, guys.
Okay, so the
Um,
damage still goes through. Now, Thomas,
Yep.
you are technically able to attempt this one more time without risking your life immediately. Or at least, as long as you succeed this second time, you won't be risking your life immediately. All the benefits will still be there. I believe Aiden has another Flash of Genius he can throw in.
I can use them equal to my int mod, so I have a second one.
Now, I will put this out on the table. Or out on the virtual camera space. To attempt again, you will be having yourself another permanent -1. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Along with that, you will be adding time onto a debuff that you will have. It won't be incredibly major, but it will be bad. It won't be debilitating.
Is this just for attempting?
This will be for attempting a second time. You've already got a debuff for at least 2 or 3 days.
Oh, I know that. But
This will probably push it to a week.
which means I'd permanently be at an 8, but it would knock me down to a 7, which I could recover that 1.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. This is the most expensive one. Oh.
I will say, the benefits will be benefiting.
Yes, I know.
Look at it this way, Rikus. You almost statistically can't do worse than your last roll.
Yes. You rolled 1s on multiple dice.
Well, it was,
Or 1 die, and then 2s and 3s.
Watch him hit a nat 1.
That would be crazy. He technically still could get there if he rolled high on all
Yeah.
the other dice.
Boys, we're doing it live.
Ugh.
Okay. So,
This is really gonna
Thomas,
hurt.
She needs more blood.
Yep.
So
Which
more
gets
blood
means-
is drawn from your body. And Leopold, you almost see pity and sorrow in the eyes of the High Priestess as she begins the incantation again. So Thomas, you're gonna roll a d20 plus a d4 and a d8 plus 5 for the Flash of Genius. And if you are still short, you will be able to acquire another d4, but only if it's a failed save.
Holy shit. Oh! where was that like a roll ago?
So Thomas.
Rikus just became a glass cannon. And also a loose cannon. Fuck.
Okay, you're not that loose of a cannon. You're a semi-loose
Yet.
cannon.
Yeah,
went
you know, I'm
from-
an 8 out of, well, right now I'm a 7 out of 10, but
Okay, so Thomas. Here's how you want to go. This might suck. No, this will suck. Okay.
just give me all the all that debuff info now, and you and I can go over all those other details later.
Yes. Well, you are not the only one gaining a boon.
Oh fuck.
You rolled.
Oh, that's right.
10 over. So. You are
Yeah,
going
this does
to get
affect everyone else.
a -3.
Oh.
To all stats. Every 3 days, you are going to be able to add 1 back to each stat.
Oh shit. Is this like basically just all d20 rolls? Basically.
No. So your strength score, if it was a 10, it is now a 7. Your dex score, if it was a 20-something, like a 22, it is now a 19.
Oh, so you're saying my
All of your base 6 stats will be reduced by 3 points.
fuck.
And every 3 dawns, you will be able to regain a point. Or should I specify? Long rests. You require a successful long rest, and you are only able to take 1 per day.
Oh boy.
Now is this elf long rest or actual long rest?
It would be an elf long rest, but he is still only able to take 1 per day. So that is still a full week recovery time for that. And there will be some other things, but we'll get into that later. That is the biggest one, obviously.
Yes,
It is
okay.
ginormous. As for boons, we'll get into one of those closer to the end of the session. That'll be the group boon. But particularly for you, Thomas, the only thing I will reveal to you now is the fact that at every dawn, you will have a casting of the 4th level spell Death Ward placed upon you every morning when you wake, which will last until either you go unconscious or until you sleep.
Whoa. That's actually really huge given the circumstances of the 3rd ritual. Wait, so like it's cast upon me?
It is cast. You do not cast it. It is cast upon you.
Oh!
Awake with a death ward.
So what I'm hearing is he has to die when he's asleep.
Pretty much. I'm predicting some very funny things with Varys in the future.
No, guys, this isn't funny. What the DM just gave me because I rolled high, I feel like that was just the DM giving me pity because I was being so mean to Rikus with this request.
It probably was, and we don't even know the fucking half of it.
Welcome to the glass group.
I'm sure we'll get into it, Leopold, because you're gonna ask what the fuck I just sacrificed.
You guys.
And what the fuck you learned.
Leopold, Rikus faints. The High Priestess has a drop of blood coming from her nostril.
Does the ritual appear over?
It
No more
does
magic
appear
light, no more
finished.
nothing.
All
Okay,
of the
first
glowing
thing-
runes just
yeah.
fall.
First thing I'm doing is I am running to Rikus' side, and I am going to hit you with a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Nice. Is this an unconscious still at 38 hit points, or is this
Yes. You have the unconscious condition. You are not knocked unconscious.
guys? Let's just say that Rikus really could have died, but a lot of other shit could have gone really bad.
So,
But also a lot of shit
You'll-
just did go really bad.
For what it's worth, you heal 28 HP. I don't know if the rolling will
That's-
really matter.
I mean, that's 10 HP below my max, so you know.
So
Does he wake
Doesn't
up
do
from
anything for the
that, or is
blood
he
loss,
still
though.
unconscious?
he stirs. He doesn't awake immediately.
How
As the
much
high
blood
priestess-
is in an adult male body?
8 liters?
5 liters. We'll say I lost like
2.5.
3.5. I was gonna say
You lost
3.
You would die, okay? You would no longer be alive. You could probably max out losing 2.5 before you're
How
like, I'm
many
probably gonna die.
liters of blood can a human lose before?
How much blood can a Shatter Archive from the Shatterfell lose before they are in danger of dying?
You and Adeus
A
brothers and
person
your
can
blood
die.
problems.
A person can die from losing about half to 2/3 of their total blood volume, or more than 40%, which is roughly anywhere between 2 and 4 liters for
Okay.
the average.
Oh, you're
Let's move on.
fine.
So, anyways,
So, as
why does it keep doing
Leopold, you heal him, you kind of look up towards the High Priestess, who has at this point stood. She casts a spell and wipes the blood from her face. And you hear her call out, Brother Valius! And you hear the door creak open behind you. And Brother Valius and
sees my slumped body on the floor, just like
the Guardian also steps into the room, and you see him grab, very gingerly, the back of Rikus's head, and then underneath his knees, and literally lift him, carrying him like a father carries their child who fell asleep in the car ride home, up to his room.
He's getting princess carried?
He's
Nice.
getting princess carried. And Brother Valius kind of looks almost worriedly towards the High Priestess, and she says, I am fine. But Leopold, you see, as she is looking at this piece of paper that she seemingly just cast rituals through, you see the paper begin to burn. Until it is a small crumple of ash in her hand. And she kind of blows it out, and the ash just disappears as it leaves her hand. Take care of your friend. He will be weak for a while. I
Well.
wish you luck on your journey.
I fear I may need luck, but for what it's worth, thank you.
She kind of nods her head. And you guys are gonna start making your way out of the temple and then to the, I'm assuming, Academy of the Dusk.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're gonna go back to the other group real quick because we just spent an hour with
Yep.
you guys.
I figured you'd jump. I need to pee anyways.
Make sure to keep the headset on. You know I like to listen in. So Nate, Jade, Zach.
Yes.
We come back to you guys.
Hey, Leopold, we did notify them that they're gonna need to hop off a little early, right? Like,
I
don't take the
think
boat ride all the way to team. I thought we did.
Nope,
I don't
you
think
didn't.
so.
You guys have not, and we are back to them now. So
Also-
screw you.
I don't think I thought the whole point was that they were supposed to go to team so we could meet them
I thought-
there.
We're going to team.
They're going to.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought the whole,
Yep.
I thought the
The
whole
team-
point.
We
was
forgot
that
to tell
we'd meet-
them.
I thought the whole
We
point was that
forgot-
we'd meet team because we're going to team.
Okay.
I love teams,
Oh man, I wish my
That was-
team would
that
get
was
back
the whole
together.
point.
bro. I wish our team was in one fucking location rather than on opposite sides of the country.
My brother in Christ, if you didn't want us to go on the NPC rescue side quest, you shouldn't have kidnapped the NPC.
Oh my gosh!
What do you-
Stakes, consequences. I can't impute them upon my party. I'm sorry.
The issue is not with you imputing stakes. The issue is expecting us not to resolve
No,
those
I
stakes.
entirely expected you guys to chase, but there's nothing there. That was very little there. Regardless.
Oh well. Skir, I know you said you needed salt, but you do really need to use half the salt on this boat?
I'm saving some for later. They made it sound like it was completely fine.
within reason, Sakir.
You'll be surprised at how fast you go through this. Did you see how much I used in the first pod?
No!
Granted, I put extra because everything else in it is kind of filthy to eat, so...
How did you even misplace this much salt?
I don't remember how.
Did you leave it in the apartment?
No, I sort things pretty well. It
Put
just
back to the
simply
apartment,
wasn't there.
it's a mountain of salt.
Are you sure you didn't just eat it all?
He would be suffering from dehydration if he ate it all. Where would he even...
I don't know. He's using a lot right now.
Sakir, are you
I don't
sure we
know.
can't use
I
this?
had just bought some, and it's gone now. That's all I know.
We'll get... We'll have to buy more when we get to team, I guess.
I had at least a
Yeah.
week's more ration.
Has any of the crew entered the cooking area since we
Yes,
started?
multiple, and you guys have gotten
Oh.
some very, very, very strange looks. But to be entirely honest, they smell blood and metallic shit with salt. They're not messing with you.
Oh, we're gonna have to clean this before we leave.
Zakir, I think, is trying to be as clean as possible, knowing that this is in his
He
boat,
is failing.
which is not. Yeah, exactly. It is not
Right.
the standard, but he thinks he's doing a good job.
Secure's level of
Right.
clean is like taking the hair that's in the drain after a shower and picking it out of the drain
Putting it on
and
the wall.
putting it on the wall. That is Secure's level of clean.
Right.
It's not in the drain anymore. Isn't that what you wanted?
No. Secure, lend me your water. Lend me your water pitcher. I'm gonna use my cleansing ring to clean this once you're done.
He hands you a a leather sack. If you are to pour it out, though, you'll note that it is not clear. It is a little pinkish.
How did it eat? We're gonna have to have a talk about hygiene later. Anyways, Wayne, you have it. I guess were you planning to do a divination today for any more question answers with Kalambor, or
Isn't it the same day I already did one?
I thought you? No, that was
It
yesterday.
has been a long rest now.
Oh. Well, then I need to sleep, get that back, I guess. I looked at that and thought I'd already done one.
This is day 2, like second
Yeah.
full day on the boat.
Yeah, we get to team tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Possibly day after. It
Okay.
was a
Oh yeah,
3.5
because we have to do
day, 4-day.
yeah, because we have to do weather stuff as well.
Yeah. Which your first one was It was like okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't today. I could.
You got
Do you have something in mind with that question?
I mean, maybe something to help with secure. Is that the more immediate answer to our situation? Well, that's the more pressing situation at the moment. Odd to say, but I don't know. Did you have anything in mind? In terms of things you wanted to ask?
I don't know. Sakir, what about you? Any ideas?
Just spooning.
I know as long as I'm ingesting my medicine, that I'll be all right. I just I don't know how I lost the salt. It bugs me. I should be fine now. I made a whole bunch of variations of his medicine. He has like these red crackers that he's snacking on right now, and he has just jars of other different concoctions. One big jar that just is like the straight up red ichor, and these other ones that like mixed with alcohol, mixed with not lavender, anything but lavender. In smaller jars.
I swear with this much, someone's gonna think that this is some sort of addicted drug.
They would be greatly disappointed. This might be an anti-drug. The more you have of it, the less you want it.
I mean, some people are into that.
That's true. We met one of those suckers.
Which one?
Bears.
So by ingesting this medicine, what is it doing?
Oh right. And he pulls out like a couple of papers he's had for a while, torn out of a library book.
What? You did what?
It's all
I
right.
think Lynn is
They
going to kill
excommunicated
you,
me.
by the way.
It's all right. They
Nope.
excommunicated me soon after I got these. So if you look here, and he starts telling about how the different parts of his concoction work to make sure that he doesn't that he has full control over himself. He has. Did I write this down? I think I did. I guess I didn't write this part down. Yeah, but the holy water basically is supposed to like be a containment thing for like the electricity going through the gate, so to speak, holding whatever is enwrapped around his soul there. And the gate itself, the metal, is the iron dust and the salt, as salt circles are often used to prevent demons and things from getting in, and the iron itself can combine with this salt to make it like more of a structure around this thing. And the blood being the conduit for the whole concoction, because it needs to transfer to his actual blood, and he's able to control his blood in his body because he is a blood hunter. If I remember correctly, those are all the reasons why. But he needs each of these key ingredients in order to not have this devil be awake and sentient and taking control. If he has all these things, then it is a tool for him to use and is safely contained within him, theoretically.
So what you're saying is that you have demonic diabetes, and this is your insulin.
I don't know what that is, but yes.
Well, that's another one to add to the list of things to look into. What happens exactly if you get taken over? Is it like a no coming back situation, or just like a blood rage, like barbarians do, or?
What I do know is that I broke iron shackles. That whatever happens during that time, that it doesn't want me to know, I don't know. That it needs breaks.
So,
And that it consumes other mortals' blood, which I suspect is the case, is the reason that maybe it chose me, or the reason it is so drunk on blood within me that it cannot enact any of its own free will.
So, is it tied to your soul or to your body? Or both? Or neither?
Well, if you see, there's a strong connection in the weave between a blood hunter's blood and their actual ethereal soul. So there is a connection here. It is tied because it is tied to my blood. I'm able to directly interact with its tied to my soul. So it is connected to my soul, but by extension, my blood.
So, if we kill you, is it going
Then
to
it will
take
find
over
another
your
host.
body, or will it leave?
It will find another host.
if by that stance we resurrect you, does it come back? Do you lose your powers?
Have you died yet?
Would you like to try?
I don't know the answer to these. I haven't tried. But also, it's very risky. I don't know. So far, I have put my survival maybe higher than I should, simply because if I were to die, I do not know what would happen.
Turns to priest that has resurrected a man. What is your take on this? Physically, I can, as a medical profession, as a physical medical professional, I can guarantee that he could at least make a full recovery.
I believe I do have another diamond. I think.
Are you guys
You do, we
plotting my
bought one.
death in front of my face?
No,
Yeah.
Secure. No. Secure. Think of this as a medical surgery for the
Yes.
soul.
We are removing your soul from the body and putting it on the table so we can get rid of the sickness in the body. And then we are putting the soul back in the body once the sickness is gone.
Do you realize how idiotic that is? We are not simply removing a tumor. This thing is alive.
Yes. So
You're
we're
putting it on the table, sure, and then it runs away.
we're-
What do you? How do you control
we're-
something you don't
we
even
are-
understand?
we are removing a parasite.
Right. You said it's going to a new host. So
It could be one of you.
fuck the boat boys. We can stand in salt. If that's how you control it, we'll stand inside of salt.
And how would you keep it contained? How would you prevent total possession of your mind? I found mine. I'm very lucky. I'm maybe the most fortunate person alive. The most fortunate person for this thing to have found. If it had been anyone else, how would they have interacted with it? How would they have contained it? I'm a very unique case.
See, if Lennon and I are in your salt circles that you keep talking about, we'll be fine.
I brought it up
And
as a
one of the
metaphor.
boats-
Salt is used as a
We'll get it.
containment device. I don't
I know-
literally
I-
eat salt circles.
I remember enough of my family's rituals that I might be able to think something up.
Yeah, it's fine if one of the boat boys get it. Because it's not us.
But then what would he do? And that's not about the person's strength, it's the strength of the thing that's taking him over. It could be a rabbit, I don't know. It could be anything.
We could ask Kalambor.
We could. We could ask him if we can use one of the boat boys to eat the demon.
Ask him whatever you like. I'm doing what works.
Fucking boat surgery with demon.
At this point,
You don't seem very open to dying and coming back secure. I've done this process before. It's
You know?
surefire the first time.
What? The first time.
Yeah. Supposedly it gets harder. I don't know. I've only ever done it the one time, so.
Oh, that's more times than me.
I want to ask you guys. Firstly, I will make a statement. It is beginning late morning at this point. By the time Sakir cooks all his stuff, and I'm assuming you guys have all kind of just been sitting below deck waiting for this stuff. As you guys continue discussing about killing Sakir, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs. And you see one of the quartermaster kind of come down, and he looks puzzled and confused. But he kind of looks up and says, "We seem to have gained time.
As
The
in,
tides must
would
have been
it-
really strong last night. We'll be rolling into team within the hour."
We made a day?
Oh,
Yes.
quite
He
fortunate for
kind of
us.
smiles and is like, "I've never experienced it before, especially with one of the moons completely gone. But it does appear that we will be arriving in team somewhere around an hour from now."
Did we gain time or
Yes.
lose time?
I am entirely uncertain, But what I am certain of is that we'll be there within an hour, and we'll be able to check to make sure that our date is correct, and we didn't just all hallucinate a day away.
Possible. All right. Well, that's quite fortunate for us, right? We get we get more salt faster.
It's either
Creepy
fortunate or
insanity,
very
creepy insanity moon that appears in the sky during an absolute like acid trip. Was it real?
I
So
was
now,
there.
no, with my knowledge of the calendars, the lunar calendar, Zach, would I know that the next night was supposed to be when the second moon would start to show?
Oh, it would start to show, but barely.
The same amount that I saw in my vision, like.
Oh, by no means. Like,
Got it.
a sliver would have appeared in the sky.
Got it.
To try and put it into perspective, let me double check this. Elorus has a 16-day cycle. So at the 8th night from it being a new moon, aka nothing in the sky, it would be a full moon. So it'd be 16 days, or 8 days before you saw a full moon like you did that night.
Okay.
Well, I
So.
don't think we were affected by anything magical while we're here. Or at least
I was.
I hope not. Wayne, does Bruce have any hallucinogenic effects?
Are you asking if my familiar can cause hallucinations?
That or,
I
gap.
don't know what the heck it is.
It's my
Would you-
familiar.
Yeah, we're just not familiar with what the familiar is.
It causes hallucinations, for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, for example,
I don't
imps can
I
fly
think
and...
familiars do that.
Well, we're not exact... Well, you do have to understand, we're not quite sure what your familiar does yet.
Okay, that's fair.
You said it's a salt shaker.
Yes.
It
I don't know what to
definitely
believe.
shake out salt.
It's more of a gelatinous salt, but
Yes, that's what I thought.
it's salty nonetheless.
Lennon, that's an innuendo. I'll let you figure it out yourself.
What? Oh well.
I'm
guess-
gonna go above deck. I want to see the land for myself that is approaching.
As you go above deck, you see the lighthouses of Team on its far southeast side. You're already passing by some of the great wharfs and ship docks that are creating the vessels of Team. These are the job sites away from the town, effectively. But you guys you're docking at Team within the hour. And we're not talking its edges of the city. No, we're talking like Central Port's Team.
Well,
I'm just gonna talkie the other two. Just be like, "Hey, what is today?"
You do not get an immediate response.
are they still in the... Are they still in ritual? In the ritual at this time?
In fact,
What day is it?
you don't get a response for a little while. By the time you guys you see the dock that you're about to enter into, Secure, you are gripped by a sense of immense closeness with your brother. Almost as though you could sense him from a long distance away.
Mhm.
And then a kind of awareness sets into you that he's probably doing something really stupid.
I'm gonna gonna turn to Wayne and say, "Have they gotten back to you?"
No.
Linen kind of walks up from the mess hall after cleaning up the mess Secure made. Well, I mean, if we're here, we're here. I guess we got here ahead of schedule, so I don't really feel
Something's wrong.
comfortable. I don't really feel comfortable doing investigation stuff without Rikus and Leopold around, especially since they have more
Well,
connections.
Lennon, what we're considering is we may not have got here ahead of schedule.
Oh?
We may be on schedule
Oh.
and just don't remember part of said schedule.
Oh.
I don't know which
Do
is
you-
more likely.
Yes. Well, to make up hours on a 3-day trip is one thing, but to make up 30% of the trip is another.
Right.
Yeah, you have.
Was it teleportation? Or was it through time?
I guess we just can't consider luck in this
I
anymore,
just
can we?
absolutely bitch slapped a fly. I just clocked that man out of the sky, dude.
And so the gods have spoken. All flies on the continent are now dead.
Yep. Flies no longer exist. Disease, a thing of the past.
It's canon.
It's canon. Anyways, as you guys are rolling in, Leopold, you were caught up in the throes of a ritual when you heard one of the dipshits on your team say something about what day is it. As you are placed and helping Rikus get his feet underneath him at the end of the temple, you say, "Okay, now's an all right time." You kind of radio back in.
I'm sorry, Brackus is in the middle of something. What were you messaging me about?
Well, we're in team, and I'm just trying to make sure that it's been 2 days, not 3 days.
I'm sorry, DM, it has been 2 days,
They
right?
were supposed to arrive on the 22nd. It is currently the 21st.
Oh.
Unless you also lost a day somehow.
I'll respond that you should be getting into team tomorrow.
Okay, so we didn't
gained
lose
it.
time. We've gained time. Well, at least that sets that straight.
Yes, I was hoping to have this conversation in person while we were in team, but for the time being, just try and keep your heads down. I'll say, Wayne, do either you or Linen know any illusion magic like disguise self?
I'm pretty sure I do.
He thinks. He's not certain.
Yeah, no, I definitely can. Hey, Lennon, do you have any
Yeah?
disguise magic? Leo's asking.
Only support and medical magic.
Yeah, Leo, it's just me.
You got with Leo?
Try and keep that up as much as possible. Considering that, well, to keep a long story short, it's obvious that Varys knows our faces, and there might be some enemy agents in team. I'll reconnect with you more in there, but just try and keep as low profile as possible, and I mean it, Wayne.
Hey, Secure, help me with these horses.
No. 1 second. Wayne, ask him about Rikus. There's something wrong on their end.
You have Rocky talking. You can talk to me yourself.
I
He
have one
wants to know about
Everyone
Rikus.
does!
Everyone's just asking.
Leo.
So Wayne's just asking Leo.
Listen, it's rude to interrupt someone when they're on the sending stone.
Yes.
Valid. Fine. Leo, before you go, what is Rikus doing right now?
Is
kind of
Rikus
look
currently
o-
unconscious?
You kind of look over to Rikus, and he is barely conscious. He's standing. He's able to kind of walk with you. As you kind of
Rikus.
look at him, you see one of his knees kind of buckle and you kind of support him, and then he just projectile vomits onto the brick street in front of him.
What was that?
Rikus is not dead. We'll talk later. Suffice it to say, we'll both be able to make it to team in one piece, and we can talk further then. It's probably
your
better a story
tone-
he tells.
By your tone, he did something stupid, but not bad enough that this is anything permanent.
I'm not certain.
Did you
I see.
get wasted while we were away?
Lennon, I've
Oh.
done nothing but focus on the thought of getting Yvonne back for the past few days.
Well, the good news is that I only have to drink like one ale to get drunk right now.
That's such a Catholic response to losing half of your body blood.
Yeah, but I'll just. I'm going to get us a team as soon as possible. Just like I was saying, keep a low profile.
Should we?
And then I hung up.
Oh,
So
if you have a
Leon
question, there's
said
nothing
we
stopping you
need
from
to
calling
go and hang out at the brothels.
Wayne?
Very
I'm
low
gonna put you in this
profile.
bag with my knife.
He said very low profile.
I mean,
There's nothing more low profile than a good brothel.
if we
Those are literally the gossip grounds of any empire. You would know this.
if we need to maintain a low profile in team, why not we just not be in team? The Vox
does.
camp is half a
It's
day
like
away.
it's like half a day, and we're going to be in team
it's-
very soon.
We don't know that. You just told us we'll try and get there as soon as possible. Didn't tell us when.
And then you
And
Yes,
then
I
you hung
didn't.
up.
I guess I didn't.
You did not say by end of day or
I
anything like that.
figured. Yeah, I figured you knew there was going to be end of day, but that is on me for not telling you.
Nope. We don't know where
Leopold,
you
the
are.
best communicator.
We
Pulls rock
Look,
back out. By the way,
last time we talked to you guys were outside of Halfton doing some weird shit.
Fair.
You did say we were in Rivendell now, though.
I
didn't.
don't even think I said that.
No, he didn't.
Oh no.
yeah. No, we are entirely unaware of where you guys are or what you guys are doing, but we do know last we talked, you guys were all the way the fuck over there.
Yeah.
Well, we're still.
Well, I guess
mostly
Sakir
all
would
the
have
way
a pretty
from-
good. Sakir would probably have a pretty good idea of where Rikus is at.
Nope.
With no real quick way to get over here, more than likely.
So we wait. So let's assume it's gonna take them a day to get here. Let's just hang out at the Vox camp. We have
Well, it
outlets
took
here.
us 3 days to get here, and we had a quicker route. Well,
well,
2
Leo's
days.
word choice.
3 days.
Leo's word choice historically has always been very precise. When he says soon, he means soon.
Yeah, but assuming they're in Halfton, where are they even gonna be? How are they even gonna get here? They either have to take a boat or get teleported, and the only place they know how to get teleported is Revendell, which is a day away.
So
Unless they
they'll be
lost
here
it.
tomorrow evening. Is that
Maybe.
what?
At latest.
So if we're back by tomorrow at lunch, do we really want to go all the way to the Vox camp just to sleep and then come back?
I mean, I'd rather not get attacked by Syndicate in the city.
But what about Syndicate on the road?
Neither of you know team well enough, neither do I, to keep a low profile in the city. It might be the safest option to be
Well,
outside
what
of
if
it.
we could just go to an inn and sit in the room?
Dude, one
The
of
only-
you could just say, "How soon is soon?"
Leopold hung up on us, man.
There is nothing stopping you from calling him or Rikus back.
Screw it.
There's nothing.
I mean,
Except for honor.
you guys don't know what Rikus'
Ring.
situation is.
You sounded
Ring,
very
ring.
perturbed. All right.
I don't even think you heard him.
Ring, ring.
Are you calling me a Rikus?
I'm calling you because
Everyone
Rikus seems.
will pick a-
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you said soon. You're in Hafton. How are you getting here
We're in
soon?
Revedan.
Oh crap,
that's
they're in
awesome.
Revedan.
Oh,
With any
So
luck,
soon as-
like this can get us teleporter as soon as we get to the academy.
Okay, so how many hours is that?
DM, how far away are we from the academy?
Half an hour, Matt. Well, maybe more like 40 minutes, considering you're dragging Rikus with you.
Using my long rifle as like a hunting rifle as like a crutch.
Let's call it an hour at the soonest.
oh.
An hour. That changes things. Vox camp.
All right, so let's go shopping. We'll get you some more salt.
Thank you, Leo. Take care of my brother.
Yes, and like I was saying, keep
We'll keep
a
it.
low profile.
Thank you.
Alright, as you guys dock, you are attacked by 5,000 members of the Qual.
Here we go.
We have 20 minutes to do that combat.
We have 20 minutes to do the combat. Please just roll as many d20s as you can. I will accept anything.
I pass,
Net 20.
ejaculate.
You killed
Oh.
4,000 of them. Alright.
And you give the other 1,000 AIDS.
No, the other 4,000 died due to gonorrhea. Their dicks melted off in a quarter of a second.
Okay,
Oh.
I have something I want to do once we get to the Vox camp, by the way.
That might
A Vox
not
camp.
even be this session, to be entirely
Okay.
honest. We'll see. Because we're gonna go to Jade and Leo, or Leo and Rikus.
Well, he said he's going to be here in an hour,
Yep.
but
There we go.
if we go to the Vox camp, that's a whole half a day.
And
Oh,
you guys
shoot.
are going into the docks in an hour, aren't you?
Oh, so we have time before we get to the docks.
I thought we
a
were
little
just.
bit of time.
We have
Okay.
like 20 minutes. now.
Yeah, probably about
Correct.
20 minutes.
So we only
Yeah,
have
so-
to hide for 45 minutes.
Really, you have enough time to maybe stop into a store and also go to the teleportation circle.
That's
If you can find it.
Let's
that's
get
near the
some
box
salt.
camp. No, the teleportation circle is
Guys,
like
that
an
was a
hour away from the
temporary
box.
thing. That thing is no longer functioning. That was a rock. That was all. That's all it was.
Well, Rikus is dying for me to check out. Thomas is dying for me to have Secure check out the book. So whenever
Sorry.
I can do that, would be great.
You are able to pull it out right now if you want, but we are going to go back to Leopold and Rikus.
Sounds good.
So you guys make your way into the Academy of the Dusk. You guys are able to make it in about 40-45 minutes. With Rikus being slower and weak, he's slowly picking up his pace. You guys grab him some food on the way that he is nibbling on currently. And you guys are able to make it all the way to the Academy of the Dusk. Do you radio to Lycus before getting there?
Yeah, makes sense. I would in fact say that we are showing up. Please be ready to tell us.
This whole time, like if Leopold like looking down at Rikus' condition and like his whole face is just like void and his eyes look completely hollow. Just like almost like he's conscious, but is he really alive?
So, you guys radio in. Lycus seems to affirmatively say, "All right, I will be expecting you here soon. Just make your way up to the tower yourselves." You guys kind of step in, slowly make your way up the stairs. Another 10-15 minutes later, you guys are able to enter into the sanctum of Lycus Aranin. As you guys do, the door is already cracked open, and there are boxes everywhere. The entire place is almost ready to be moved. You see a handful of seemingly servants and school guards kind of helping put things together. As you do, you see Lycus, who seems to have fallen back into the need of a cane. As you see, he kind of turns over after sorting some textbooks and kind of setting them in a box, kind of turns over. Rykus, Leopold, it is good to see you. And he kind of begins to very wobbly step over towards you.
Yeah, it's good to see you as well, Lycus.
Yes, I'm assuming you're wishing to get along your way as quickly as possible.
Yes. Somehow the rest of our party made it to team a day early.
Well, weather is a strange thing this time of year. And he kind of
Yes.
begins walking and says, have you, at this point, notified everyone who you can about any possible attacks that may be coming their way?
Really, the only people I would have had would have been Theo and Yvonne.
All right. Well,
I will then look to Bracus, who's still probably recovering at this point, and ask him if he is, kind of unspeakingly ask him if he has anybody.
kind of looks over towards Rykus and says, he's not in any condition to be saying anything right now. He kind of looks
I kind of just
strange.
nod.
And he is going to say, I myself will be unable to teleport you, but I can get you to Evithar, and he can send you at least in that direction. I will also note to you not to bring down your spirits, but Harry Harrington has gone missing. And it seems that, he kind of turns towards Rykus. Your favorite shop owner was assaulted last night. However, luckily enough, they didn't expect the entire building to be made of explosives. And he just continues walking through the doorway. He says, I'm entirely uncertain if Barry survived, but there was a very large explosion.
There's like zero reaction from his face, except like a small twitch of his lip. Like he was trying to smile about that, but
He says, if there is anyone else you can think of, please tell them to enter into the wilderness and make their way to the Greysand Keep as swiftly as humanly possible. We have already set up some wards there. Me and Evithar visited for a day 2 days ago, and we're able to set up some defenses, and we already have some people there.
Keep it in mind.
He kind of hobbles over and takes you guys to Evithar's office, which, if you guys remember, is a winding path with many magical defenses. But eventually you guys are able to find your way there, and the half-orc man kind of sitting behind his desk was awaiting you, it seems, as there is a door that you didn't notice the first time you stepped into his office that is opened, and there is a teleportation circle in the room. And Evithar kind of notes and kind of speaks out, your horses will appear out there in a stable, as well as we have taken care to make sure they will be sent with you.
Thank you.
If you will step in, you will find yourselves in a small tower in South Central Team, just off the coast, or just inside of the coast. There will be no one home. Just walk out. Please don't touch anything. And he is going to begin an incantation. A few moments later, you guys are teleported to a small tower. It's almost like a lighthouse, near the coast of Team, and are able to make your way down. And as you exit the room, you hear from a stable just across the street the neighings of whatever Leo's horse is called, and Baby.
Wait,
Oh, so we got our actual horses.
wait, no, I thought Leo's horse and Baby was with the boat trio. Did those horses just like blip out of existence? And
Well,
No, because took them.
They
took,
did not.
No.
They did not take them to half.
They
No,
didn't
they
get teleported.
didn't. No. What were you guys riding to get down into Revenant?
Borrowed
Rented
horses.
We rented horses.
I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah,
I
no,
like
the horses are with the boat crew. That's my bad.
I like to imagine.
Yeah,
Baby and Whistle just
I
went.
whistled to have
Baby
baby
just for-
lead Leopold's horse back to the stables, and and then the other trio collected both of them as they were heading out of town.
Yeah.
What is this meme, Aiden?
I hope you enjoyed that I was working on that basically
Like
whenever
20
we were
minutes.
into.
It's
Oh
so
no,
much
it was
effort.
more than 20 minutes. It was basically whenever Rikus and I
This
weren't in
has
focus.
to be shown on the.
Yeah, this is no. That's the thumbnail for this for this one.
I unironically will do that. I have to.
Well, no, the thing is that was last week's session. That's the recap.
Yeah, we'll put it as the session thumbnail. I don't care.
A better recap than what Jade gave.
Facts. So, I'm assuming you guys radio to each other that you have arrived in team, and within about 10 to 15 minutes, you guys are able to physically meet up together.
And one thing I do want to note is that before we leave the tower, I am casting a disguise self.
Casting what?
A disguise self.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour, and do you want me to particularly describe the disguise?
Not particularly. What? Just say like race, hair color.
We'll go for or a half orc, with gray hair.
Old.
A gray-haired half-orc or
Just half orc. I'm not sure what the second word you added was.
you said a whore.
No, I said half orc.
Say a whore.
I do not know what.
Nate,
word
According to
reading
what
too much
half-orc's
romanticy.
tradition.
You're reading way too much romanticy with my sister, bro. Chill out. Okay. So, you guys are finally, after 3 sessions, in the same 10 by 10 square area.
Just for the record,
This is
I
when
just
all of the qualms cast 50 fireballs.
Yep. Just for you to hear a pterodactyl screech in the background and smell rot.
Uh-oh.
No.
I predicted it 3 sessions ago that we'd meet up in 3 sessions.
Yep.
Anyways,
Anyways,
the first thing we
the
should
first
do.
thing you guys know is the fact that Rikus looks like he is about to collapse.
Leopold, I know you said
And
disguise
die.
self, but I don't think that almost dying is a valid disguise.
Rikus didn't cast his guy's self. But if we're gonna talk any further, we need somewhere private.
I guess you gotta stop
Can I
almost
just
killing yourself.
lead us to the tower?
Huh?
Like, can I just lead us to the mage tower that we got teleported in, the lighthouse or whatever it is?
I mean, you can. Whether you'll be able to re-enter the facility, you have no clue.
That's a honestly fair point.
Why are we going to the tower?
Because I want somewhere relatively private to talk, not just
can
like
we-
in the middle of a street.
There
Can we
is
go-
always the senator's estate.
Yeah, but I don't want to get him involved in our stuff.
Are you sure that's safe?
We could go
Yeah,
to.
I guess we
could
do
go
have to
those-
check in with him.
That does kind of like reveal us, and I'm hoping to keep a low profile.
We could go to the box camp.
That will take. We will get
I-
there at nighttime.
Much rather not.
By the way, Leo and Rikus,
Just- that's the
Bruce
thing.
is just perching on my shoulder. So
So
You guys
when we
can't
first
hear
interact with each other, yeah, we're interacting with each other. Leopold's like debating with Lydon and all that, and then Secure on like what the game plan is, and you just like I'm just strung over Leopold still with my rifle. Like I it's like a block of wood at the end of my rifle. I'm using as a crutch, and I just like look up at Wayne, just completely dead in the face, like eyes just so hollow. And then I just look and stare at that dick.
Big fuzzy dick.
Lennon,
All right, Leopold.
at least
Wayne,
find a tavern or somewhere
yeah.
private.
Well, actually, no. Wayne had a suggestion. I think when we were coming into dock. Wayne, what did you say we needed to go to?
At this point, I'm going to finally
To
look
the
over,
brothels.
see the
They're very
cross
low
on
key.
your shoulder.
We can try that.
Wayne, please put your dick away. I'm going to shoot it.
My dick is in my pants.
So you pulls out gun, points it at Barry. So you won't mind me shooting
Barry.
that,
Bruce.
Bruce. So you won't mind me shooting that.
No, don't touch Bruce.
Put him away.
That's familiar.
Low
It's a
profile. You think walking
it's a-
around with a dick on a shoulder keeps a low profile?
Do you think anybody would expect
Does
Wayne
Bruce
to
have
walk
arms?
Yes.
Do you think
No,
anyone would
Bruce does
expect?
not have arms. He just has the two balls that he basically kind of waddles back and forth. And then the whole.
Are you sure?
like,
I'm pretty
shaft
sure
bends
Zach
over.
said that it had like little spindly arms that came out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did
it
he
came
not?
out of the
It's
top.
got tapeworms that come out of its body that it can use as a single appendage.
It does not actively have arms, but it does have like unnamed appendages that are pseudo arms.
Leopold, we'll discuss.
How big is
Wayne's
this thing
familiar-
again?
About
Fairly big.
a cubit tall.
Yeah.
Leopold, we'll discuss Wayne's familiar later. Let's just go to this brothel he's talking about. Sounds pretty
I think
secure.
that brothel is going to be a private place.
You really say a cubit? I'm gonna
It's
look
just
that
an
up.
inn, right?
Do you not know what a cubit is?
How big is it? Is a cubit?
But before we start moving, I've just been staring at this thing the whole time, like looking back and forth between Wayne and Bruce. And after he says, he's like, "Oh, don't touch Bruce like that," and I was like, "I'm just gonna like
Yes.
slowly extend
18
my hand
inches,
up and
approximately.
I'm just gonna like slowly like reach my hand up and like go to shake its heart, like shake its hand." I know, like still just dead in the
One of
face.
its little like wiry tendrils wraps around your index finger.
And I just nod.
And then
And I
Oswald comes in.
You see that its fuzziness seems to like stiffen as it touches you.
Finishing off the conversation with Lennon, Leopold will say that, fine, we're just finding the first tavern we can see. And then turning to Wayne and looking at this, Leo will point his gun at Bruce and say, "Wayne, so help me gods, put that thing away or I will shoot it because it's conspicuous." How many other people in the team do you think are walking around with a dick on their shoulder? I said low profile.
Fine. I'll give it a disguise. And I'm going
you dare.
to.
No.
Put it in my pants.
I'm going to create a minor illusion of a fedora and a trench coat for Bruce.
Fitting
There.
that it's a trench coat.
This guy, Leo.
Does the trench coat actually cover up what the dick looks like?
A little bit. Most people who
Honestly-
are passing by probably won't notice.
Honestly, you could just say it's a weird puppet.
So do we find some into
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are able to find the bronze basilisk fairly quickly.
Oh, nice.
It's
Is that
Yeah, that was the inn we stayed at the last time, and I
yeah?
don't
That was
necessarily
that the
know-
Varys Inn?
I believe
Yeah,
that was the
we
very
don't
same.
want to go there again.
No,
I'm finding
that's the-
somewhere else.
No, hold on. That's the only inn we know.
And
We know
that
it's
makes it
private.
suspicious.
No, it's fine. We'll look out.
Or we could go to
I'm
the
finding
estate.
somewhere else.
Nah, let's not drag the senator into it yet.
There
I'm-
is the arid emerald, not but a few streets down.
All right, staying at the Arid Emerald, and the first. I assume, is there a room like big enough for all 5 of us?
Yes, there is.
Alright, we're gonna get that. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to just cast an alarm on the door. If anybody, walks by or anything, I'll get a mental ping.
Yes, you will.
Ah,
Back together
alright.
again.
Time
So
to fill you all in.
how's Hafton?
Fine as any city can be when I'm looking at a friend and almost dead, but regardless, Yvonne's kidnappers should be taking her team sometime within the next few days. A group called the Qualms, and they hopefully should have a base of operations somewhere here in the city.
Wait, as in the gang that was reported to be in Suno?
Leopold, Rikus also just hasn't spoken a word. Just so you know, he hasn't spoken to you at all about any results
That's
or anything.
Oh wait, oh yeah, also I guess I probably should help you, Lynn will like stand up and start like medical do that and Rikus.
made it to Hafton, found some things out with Rice's old friend from his Albert days. Made it to Revedan, where and a few things. More of our compatriots have been attacked. I'll look at Wayne and say that Harry Harrington is missing.
You mean Lycus's secretary?
Wait,
No.
was Harry? Wait, shit! I thought Harry Harrington was one of the church guys. I
You're thinking Percy.
mixed up
That would be
NPCs.
It's Piercy.
Yeah. In that case, I will look at Leo and say that, or Lennon and say
Lennon.
that, and as well, I'll say for the group, but if I can speak, Rikus would have been hit hardest by it, but he already knows that Barry's bits and bobs went boom. But regardless, the poems aren't going to stop, not for a while. We know for a fact that they have some sort of base of operations and team. I was hoping we might be able to strike at them whenever we were all here, but Rikus did some sort of ritual with the Raven Queen. I don't even know the full extent of it, and at this point he will turn to look at Rikus. So, what did you do? And what did you even get from it? I haven't asked because I was hoping we'd be able to hear it all whenever we're here together. I'll have to explain.
Rikus kind of looks up towards the group, just across all of them, and too weak to speak, uses the Rocky Talkie to just fill the gap on that, but points to Sakir, says, "He knows what I did."
Do I?
Kind of. I haven't read the book nearly as thoroughly as you think he thinks you have.
Exactly.
Wait, as in ritual?
Or
you
at
mean-
least. Oh, go ahead.
No, as in like. when
Because
you
I was able to look at it, but while the ship was landing, right? For an hour, for 20 minutes. Sorry.
Yes, but not enough to figure out what's going on.
Is this the weird blood pact ritual you mentioned when we were entering Sargoth a few days ago?
No, this one's worse.
He gave a lot of his life force for someone else.
Secure, you know what I did because you know of what I did. But you would recognize the name.
Yes, Rikus.
Sorry, I sorry, I needed to sneeze at the same time.
You actually had
so-
me thinking I said that for like a quarter of a second.
But then I said, sorry, I needed to sneeze, so I was trying to pause, but I was like, oh fuck, I need to sneeze, but I don't anymore. I performed a blood covenant.
Mhm. And it didn't go well.
Well, I'm alive.
You could have died. How many times did you try?
Four.
You should have died.
Well, the three of them were successful. Let's just say that the High Priestess is a nice lady. But our mother would have killed us if she found out.
I'm gonna finish the book you gave me, and I'm gonna figure out a way to fix this. I might be the only one here who can have blood that'll adapt to yours.
You mean your cursed demonic blood?
Conduit, not where it lies. I will get on that.
First and foremost, Leopold. Yvonne is alive.
You see about half the tension that was wound up inside Leo's body just dissipate as he lets out a sigh of relief.
She is currently weak. But I can't shake the feeling. But she will be in team. I have no way of knowing when. It may be today, it may be a week from now. But she is alive. And if that were to change, then I would know.
Leo just gives you a curt nod.
As you
Saved
guys-
one.
My wife and daughter are also alive. But now they know that I'm also alive. For now.
Congratulations.
And by the way, Secure, everyone in our family knows we're alive now.
Congratulations.
This
I'm gonna
is-
look at
No.
Lennon death stare.
That's
No.
not a congratulations. I was just I kind of look at Lyndon and just shake my head.
So we have more hunters on us now.
I don't know.
There's
what
no way to know.
Oh dear.
The only one that doesn't know that we're alive is the one who, well, isn't. Secure. I don't know how other to say this, but Mother is dead. She has passed. She has entered the long journey.
Good.
As with that,
Congratulations, Lynn.
what?
That, Lennon, is a congratulations.
Congratulations.
I am going to. Did you say that?
Yes.
I'm gonna gut punch you.
Why?
But you're gut punching Lennon and not Wayne?
Oh no, not Lennon. I was asking Wayne if you said
Yeah.
that is a congratulations. Lennon in the middle saying congrats. I gut punch Wayne right across the way.
I thought you didn't like any of them.
Oh no.
And like as you're standing up, he's like, "Do not disrespect my mother."
Correction, Lennon. They like their mother, but no one else. Right?
Oh. Your family
Um,
situation is complicated.
Yes, it is.
Oh dear.
but then I will also just note that I have also succeeded in receiving her blessing.
Yes.
And you hear him hesitate for a moment and say, "It was expensive."
What kind of expensive?
Well, I believe Sakir is the only one who would know what a blood covenant is. It
Does
is
it have to
one of the several ancient forbidden scriptures.
Is that why like
of-
half your blood is missing?
Well, it doesn't usually take that much.
It's expensive. It's not exactly a normal blood ritual. However, this is a sacred text of a forbidden ritual. There's a number of forbidden ones, but regardless, this one comes at a great cost. Unlike the warlocks that make pacts with gods and other things, this is a transaction. But I look at Sakir and I look at Wayne, as either of you would know of the Raven Queen. Her transactions only deal with souls, death, memories, emotions. You know. I will be weak for quite some time. I did, in fact, have lost quite a lot of blood. But let's just say my soul is fragmented, and I will likely die the next time. And I look at Wayne, like, I will likely die. Not likely, I will.
So then you're not to do it again.
So you're saying don't waste a diamond on you next time. Is that what you're saying? Or
Is this a situation where your soul is fragmented forever, or we can get it back, or how does this work exactly?
It's not worth trying.
so when you say you're going to die, you mean the next time you die, you're dead, just not dead like last time. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I know of two ways, Bricus. Don't die. And we won't have to use either one.
I have entered a transaction with the Matron of Death. Please don't intervene.
He's gonna look down at you again and says, I won't intervene as long as you don't die. How's that transaction?
I mean, Gullimvor knows a little bit about death.
And would it be just to prevent one's amicable split from reality?
And what if it was unjust in the way you're taken?
It was a transaction that I bargained for. It's what I offered for that information. Or should I say the blessing?
True, but if
I
there's
don't
any...
remember what I gave for the most of the other information. But I
True,
know
but-
that I am broken.
True, but from what I'm familiar with contracts to higher beings, external factors may vary. And conditions may change.
This is true.
Who knows? If you do enough, maybe you'll get part of your soul back. That's how warlocks do it, right?
Well, that now makes 3 of us bound to another being. Let's stop at that number, shall we?
Looks at Leopold. Well,
Looks
I
at
mean, you could kind of,
juicy enough.
yeah, I mean, I did kind of want that knife. Anyways,
Regardless, if that's all the questions about what
I do not
Frank-
intend to waste the final life that I have, in case you are all wondering. The Raven
Well,
Queen herself has sought to it that I live it to the fullest.
Regardless, now that we're all together, we should try and plan our next move. I don't think we could do any investigating in the city without the Qualms still here trying to interfere with whatever we're doing. First thing we should do is try and take out whatever base of operation they may have in the city.
well, wouldn't the first thing we should do is notify our nearby allies of potential danger?
The only nearby allies we have are camp.
And the senator?
Isn't he dead?
The
No,
stone
we
sides.
we saved that one.
You guys saved that, Senator.
Isn't it the stone sides?
Yep.
Those are his guards, yes, and they may prove an asset I hadn't considered, but
We do
I
have
was also going to suggest potentially informing the head of the guard in the city, this time informing him that people may be after him, but if only 2 of us were to go out in disguise, I'll point to myself and Leo. Why I say Leo? Pointing to myself and Wayne. Then, with any luck, we could keep our involvement on the down low.
that, or use familiars or creatures. Looks at Oswald, looks at Bruce to deliver a message.
That could potentially work given the senator and the fact that we already know him, but with the head of the guard, I think it would make sense for us to have that meeting in person. He has no idea who we are, after all.
I mean, I assume if we reach the senator first, he can get the information down to the guard.
Still, it would likely be a conversation we want to have in person. Considering that, well, we can't exactly tell everything to the senator in one easy little note.
True. Still need to figure out how to get to the... So I guess what our plan for the next few days is prepare to raid a gang headquarters.
That was about as far as I thought. Hope with any luck we'll kill them all, and the qualms currently taking Yvonne here will be none the wiser. Then, if we can get the cooperation of the guard, we should be able to find any of them coming in.
Problem with that. I don't know if you remember, but Secure Win and I had a barely missed an encounter with a unknown creature that murdered all of Sargoth, or murdered an entire office of Sargoth's finest investigators, or constables.
Well, that's not exactly like we can hunt down that demon now. And
Yes,
I don't
I'll pull
exactly see like we have any ways of tracking that beast down.
Yes, but the longer we stay in one place, the more likely it is to reach us. I'm not exactly keen on finding out how well we fare in that fight.
Not exactly keen either, but it's a fight we would have to have, and well, I'm not leaving team. Not without you gone.
How far away is Rivitcheck?
2-day journey on horseback.
Guess we can. So the most we could go then is the Vox camp. We can't really could cycle between Team and Rivitcheck to... Decisions.
As you guys are all sat down in a room planning, we're gonna go ahead and close out our session and come back in to this planning session for session number 46. Before everyone leaves, we have a boon to discuss. Against my dice's better judgment, you guys all will gain a level.
What the fuck?
On top
Okay.
of that, if you guys look up in your inventory, add the Matron's Boon to your character. It does not require attunement, just equip it, and you will see some numbers go up.
The matron's blessing.
Blessing, yeah.
Add to equipment. Oh!
Ooh, proficiency increases 1.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I will have you roll. No, I rolled a natural 20 on this.
Wow. I will take. I will take.
Man, we gotta do more blood covenant. We got to do more blood covenants.
There may be some overall negatives the party will experience later on, but probably not in this arc. So, you guys gain that, and you guys can level up your characters. So, between now and the next session, hopefully Monday, we'll see. Yeah. I hope you guys all had fun. I did. I'm exhausted. I need to go to bed.
Good night, Zach.
If anyone wants to pull up my character sheet and look at the new thing that's added on my skills,
Yeah, let's see what Rikus is.
Alright.
and also look at my overall stats.